guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a get ready with me today because I haven't done one in a while, and I have a little story that I want to tell you guys. Something that happened to me, well, something that happened this morning, and I tried to put it on Instagram. I tried to do it as a opening to a day in the life vlog, and it just wasn't happening for me. So I'm gonna do that today, give you a little bit of story time, put my face on. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I am not completely done with this room yet. For the most part, it's done. I just have to rig up some kind of a backdrop system to cover up all this back here. This is my storage area right here. All of those boxes, all of those colorful boxes, those are all of like my seasonal decor, and all of this over here. That's my husband's. So, and that's our freezer. So I'm gonna rig up some kind of system, like put some hooks in the ceiling or something so that I can hang some curtains back there just when I'm filming. But I haven't gotten that far yet. So let's go ahead and start this get ready with me. Let me tell you the things that I am, it's in front of my face, the things that I'm going to put on my face first. That way I've got that out of the way and I can start talking and tell you the story. The primer that I'm using today, I don't really know that this is really a primer because it doesn't say it's a primer, but the Maybelline Baby Skin, I have been using this stuff for a couple of months now and I am absolutely in love with it. It's an instant pore eraser. I use it all over my face. I've got really big pores right through here, on my chin especially, and I get some spots right through here as well. Not like really large pores through here, but like some weird texture stuff happens over here. So I use this like on my entire face. The concealer that I'm using today is just an e.l.f. stick concealer. This is in the shade Ivory. I'm going to do a video for you guys very soon comparing this to e.l.f.'s liquid concealer as well. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I'm doing that video today. And then the foundation that I'm using today, of course, is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Light Ivory. Can you see it right there? I am so happy. Let me tell you the main reason that I'm so happy that I claimed this room as my filming location, or as my filming spot and kind of my office quiet space. This is my room. This room has the best lighting in the entire house. They've got these huge windows. There's huge windows over here. Right over here on this side, that's a huge, big, like bay window right there. And I've got another wall over here that I've got done up really nice so that when I open those windows, I can do like my Dollar Tree hauls and stuff over there. I've got 3 different spaces in here to film videos. I'm so happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. So let me tell you what had happened. So let me give you some backstory. So for a good while now, I have had a baby gate in front of my son's, in front of his bedroom door. And recently, because he's like 4.5 years old and he's getting to be a big boy and he needs to be able to, we're potty trained except for nighttime. We haven't done nighttime potty training yet. Sometimes this does, I feel like it gets a little bit oily right through there. Only sometimes. Anyway, we haven't tackled nighttime potty training yet. But I need to start. So I decided I was going to take that baby gate down so that we can start doing that. And, you know, thinking, well, you know, he really doesn't come out of his room anyway. You know, when he wakes up in the morning, he kind of, I don't know why I'm using the camera instead of the mirror that is behind the camera to do this. He just kind of hangs out in his room anyway and just kind of does his own thing. So I wasn't real worried about him like coming out and wandering around. He just kind of keeps to himself anyway. This is dry beauty sponge. I think this is Real Techniques. This is Real Techniques. This is actually from their color correction collection. I don't do color correcting, except for like my concealer. Anyway, he doesn't really come out, so I wasn't real worried about it. Well, I had taken the baby gate down a couple of weeks ago, and just like I thought, he doesn't really wander around. He just kind of stayed in his room. Well, then about 3 weeks ago, he started coming out of his room and coming into my room, and he would just stand there and stare at me until I would wake up. Unless there was like room in the bed, and he would like crawl up in the bed and cuddle up next to me, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with my little man wanting to snuggle. That's okay. And even him coming in my room, I'm like, I'm fine with that. The only thing about it was that he would do this at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'd get him back into his room, and then again at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, he'd be right back in there. So I told him, you can, if you're awake, if the sun's up and you're awake, you can go ahead and change your pants and just hang out. And if you need to go to the potty, go to the potty. And he said, okay. Well, he hasn't done any of that. Instead, now what he is doing is getting up, and he'll play in his room for a little while, and then when he gets bored, he'll turn his light on, he'll turn his TV on, he'll hang out and be doing his thing. And then he gets bored. When he gets bored, he decides that he needs to come out into the living room. So he turns the living room light on and the TV on out here, and he just hangs out here. He's just watching TV. It's not like he's making a big mess or running around outside or anything, but that is something that we worry about. So okay. It's not a big deal, except for the fact that I don't know what time of the morning he is doing this. Because I'll tell you, Tuesday and Thursday of this week, he only goes to school Tuesday and Thursday. And it's only for a couple of hours. But Tuesday morning, he just had a meltdown. He did not want to go to school. And I found him out in the living room when I woke up. And I was like, well, okay, whatever. He's in a good mood. He'll be all right. And as soon as I brought up school, no, he didn't want to go. He wanted to stay home, and he wanted to watch videos. Well, you don't get to stay home and watch videos. So I got him to school, and, we both had a little breakdown in the parking lot. And then I had another breakdown as I was leaving and kind of cried on the director's shoulders, and then went on my way. And Thursday morning, he was in a good mood, and then about 15 minutes before we were supposed to leave, I posted about this on Instagram actually yesterday. About 15 minutes before we were supposed to leave, he says, I'm in the kitchen making his lunch, and he says, Mommy, I'm so sleepy. I can't go to school. I'm too sleepy. Well, buddy, you have to go to school. I'm sorry you're too sleepy, but maybe you should, go back to sleep instead of waking up and hanging out. But Mommy, I'm too sleepy. I can't go to school. I'm too sleepy. Well, you're going. Because now I know all I have to do is get you in the door, and you'll be fine. They'll take care of it. No big deal. So I've been getting a lot of redness coming through right on my nose, and I cannot for the life of me get rid of it. Okay. Let me try to finish up this story so that we can get the rest of this done. So threw a big fit because he was too sleepy, didn't want to go to school. So I decided last night, okay, we're going to put the gate back up. We have to do it. We got to put the gate back up. He's not, because I feel like when he is, this sounds terrible, but when he's confined to his room, he'll still wake up and he'll watch TV for a little while, but he'll get bored in that space and he'll go back to bed and he'll go to sleep. When he has the opportunity to come out into the living room, he's up. He is awake. He's not going back down. He's there for the day. So maybe if I put the gate back up, it'll force him to go back to sleep. Well, I thought it worked. I woke up this morning with a NyQuil hangover because if you haven't noticed, I have a little bit of a cold. It just started. I'm trying to knock it out really quick. But I got up at 8:30 this morning with my NyQuil hangover and noticed his door was open. The gate was still up. His door was open. His light was on. His TV was on. And I peeked into his room and he wasn't there. And then I noticed I can hear something in the living room and the light is on. So I walk out here. This little butthead has climbed the baby gate gone into the living room, turned on the light and turned on the TV and just hanging out. And is so proud of himself that he climbed the baby gate. I actually asked him, come here and show me how you got out of here. And he showed me how he climbed over the gate to get out. So I guess what I have to do now is raise the gate a little bit higher. He's got a big head, so I don't think he'll be able to crawl under it. Maybe if I raise it high enough, he won't be able to crawl under or over it. I'm hoping. He's 4.5. I mean, he is tall enough to kind of just alley-oop over it. But, yeah. And I kind of can't be mad at him because it's kind of smart that he figured that out. But that's what happened to me this morning. And like I said, I tried to do this on Instagram. I tried to put it in my stories, and something weird happened, so I didn't get it there. And then I tried to do this like as an intro to a day in the life vlog with me, but I have got so many videos to film today. I just don't think I can vlog on top of it. So, because I'm filming, like, you guys know, I've been open about this for a while. I stockpile my videos, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm filming like 4 videos today. So, yeah. Can't vlog on top of it. Gonna do some bronzer now. There is no shade on this, but you guys have heard me talk about it before. This is a Beauty Benefits bronzer that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And I really like it. I really, really like it. And I can't find it anymore, so that sucks. But this is how I do it. I just kind of lightly dot. I don't really, I used to like, you know, whatever that motion is called. That's what I used to do with it. And now I have found that if I just kind of blot and dab and kind of stipple it like this a little bit, it kind of diffuses it, and I don't know why I'm closing my eye when I'm doing it. It kind of diffuses it and blends it in at the same time. So that's how I do it now. A little bit up here in these little corners of my hairline. Aren't you guys digging how much light I have? I'm totally digging it. Totally digging it. So happy that I can actually film makeup videos again. Yay! Okay. My coffee has definitely kicked in. More Dollar Tree makeup. I've talked about this too. I need to do a new makeup haul is what I really need to do. But well, it's probably not going to happen for a while. Color Mates. I think they do still sell this. This is in the shade Sun-Kissed Tan. I've seen other people talk about this too that are like Dollar Tree freaks like me. And don't we love it? We totally do. And this is just a little cheapo brush that I have here, but I just do a little bit. Just a little bit on the cheeky cheeks there. Okay, now this guy and this guy have to get covered up again, and then I'm going to set everything with some powder. I'm going to go back in with this concealer. And because this guy is not really wanting to cover up too much, and neither is this guy. This one was hard to cover yesterday. Okay. Which one do I want to use today? I'm going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte since I have hit pan, and I need to hurry up and use it up. So I'm just going to, I probably shouldn't do it with my finger, but I'm going to dab this in with my finger because I feel like when I use my blending sponge, I feel like it takes everything off. So just go in with a little bit of this powder and kind of also blend some of this color in here. And that is done. That is all set. We are good to go. Now I'm going to move on to eyebrows, which I hate doing on camera, but I'm going to do it anyway. But I don't know what I want to use today. I had been, let me see if it's in here. I had been using this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I've really been loving this. However, lately, I've been having a really hard time using it. I don't know how that happened. Like, I had learned how to use it, I was doing really good, and then suddenly, I don't know how to use it anymore. So, I don't know, the past couple of days, I've been using, where is it? I have been using this other e.l.f. product. It doesn't even have a thingy on it. I don't even have a shade on it, but this is a brow pencil from them. That's the brow part, and that's for your brow bone. I never use the brow bone end. I just use the color part. But that's what I've been using the past couple of days, and eyeshadow, brown eyeshadow. But I don't know how I want to do it today. I think we'll go ahead and do this Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and maybe you guys can help me on how I am doing this wrong. So it's got this very small little crayon, I guess is what you would call it. And typically I'll do the front of my brow first. I know I don't do my brows the way you're supposed to do them, but I don't really subscribe to that whole supposed to do it method on anything that I do on my face. I do what works for me, and I encourage you to do what works for you. I am so sick of all of these makeup rules about, oh, you have to do it this way, and I don't contour, I don't highlight, I never did the strobing thing. I don't get into the fads, you know. I still don't use highlighter. I don't like it. I don't feel like it looks good on me, so I don't use it. And I don't do my brows the way that you're supposed to do them either. Because, you know, you'll see all these Instagram brows where they're like really light up at the front, and then they like get really dark as they go back, and I don't like it. It looks fake to me, so I don't do it that way. But what I do, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. I will go through the front and get all of the really bushy area filled in, and then the top, I follow the top of my brow so that it's like nice and natural. I guess the easiest way to say it is that I fill my brows in. I don't really do my brows, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll take this spoolie end and just kind of drag it through. But what I have noticed is that if you take this spoolie through it too much, you will take every last bit of that makeup out of your brow. So got to be a little bit careful with it. Now, this is actually a little bit too big for me, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it just so that I can show you this is what is happening, because this has become my stupid brow. This used to be my stupid brow. Now this is my stupid brow. And I don't know if I have overplucked or what, but it does this really weird thing right here. Do you see how it, like, this hair is supposed to be here, but there's nothing else around it. So I can't really fill in. I have a hard time filling in the front of this brow. Like a really hard time. Like, do you see? I do like this. I don't know. It kind of gets, I don't know. It looks funky to me. Maybe it doesn't to you. Okay, now we're going to follow the top of it. Okay, see, those brows don't match. They do not match at all. But you know what? This is what we're going to deal with. Okay, let's see if I can fix this with, well, I don't know. It looks a little bit better. I have this little brush here. This is so old. I think I got it from Claire's, I think. I don't really even know. Did I? I really couldn't tell you. but I will use this in my brows if I need to distribute color a little bit more evenly, because this way that is the exact width of my brow. So I can put that on the front of my brow and kind of drag it through, and then I can flip it over so that I can get the tail. And usually it works really well. Okay, now looking at it on camera, it looks way too big. Looking at it in the mirror, I can deal with it. So we're just gonna go. I got a text and I don't know who that is, so go away. I don't know who you are. Stop texting me, people that I don't know, that are from companies that are trying to sell me stuff or tell me that the IRS is coming to arrest me. I don't care. I know it's a scam. Send the popo. I don't care. Because it doesn't happen. The IRS will send you something in the mail if they need to contact you. That is the way it is done. Okay, now, what do I want to do with my eyeballs? I really didn't think this through, but this is how I do my makeup in the morning. I think this is how most people do it. They sit down, and especially people like us that have YouTube channels and all of this makeup, or are just makeup fanatics and have all of this makeup. There is so much we don't know what to do with it. I think I've been favoring this a little bit. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I've been favoring this e.l.f. Molten liquid eyeshadow. I have talked about it before and said that I really hated it, but I will use it on quick makeup days. I have been actually using it the past couple of days with my e.l.f. Rose Gold Nude Rose Gold palette. I really dig it. I use it as a primer. It works so good. Love it, love it, love it. I just noticed e.l.f. I have a lot of e.l.f. makeup, it would seem. Maybe I need to do like a full face e.l.f., even though this is pretty much a full face e.l.f. Get ready with me, is it not? So I will put this on kind of all over, just with the doe foot. And then I'm going to keep this eye closed, that way it doesn't crease. Then what I'll do is I'll take this shiny shade right here, or the one next to it. One of the really nice shinies. One of the shinies. I am going to go with the pink one that I just showed you on the brush, and then I'll just tap it on there. And it holds this shimmery shadow so well. Now it does show my creasing on my eyelid, but I'm kind of okay with it because I can smooth it out here in a minute when I put my eyeliner on. Oh no! There are black clouds straight that way coming. I don't know if they're coming towards us or away from us. We had a gully washer of a storm yesterday morning too. And if you don't speak Southern, a gully washer is a really big rainstorm. There was no lightning or thunder or anything, but like it was a really big rainstorm. And like I actually got a tornado warning on my phone. Like right as I was trying to get little man ready for school. Okay, I'm gonna do the same. Pack that in there. I need a little bit more shadow. And pack that in there. I was afraid to use this as kind of like a primer because when I use this by itself, it does crease. and it will pick up, I will end up with that line right there in my actual crease from my eyeliner, like grabbing on to the shadow. You know, that really annoying thing that happens. But when I've used it like this the past couple of days, I haven't had that problem. So I dig it. All right, next let me grab this brush right here. This is a Wet n Wild brush. The other one that I used was also a Wet n Wild brush. My brushes are just like the rest of my makeup collection. It's a majority, most of it is Wet n Wild. I've got a few e.l.f. brushes in there. The majority of my makeup collection is e.l.f. with some Wet n Wild thrown in. So needless to say, you already know this about me, but I am all about bargain beauty. But you already knew that. I think I'm going to go in with this matte shade right here. Don't ask me what the shade names are because I have no idea. I can't even remember if these came with a little, you know, that little clear plastic thing that usually has like the names on it. I don't even know if it came with that. I don't think it did. I don't remember. But that's going to go right in here. And just up into that crease a little bit. This is actually the same makeup that I did for Halloween. I didn't really have a costume, but it was inspired by my rose gold Minnie Mouse ears. That was what I did. But I liked this eye look so much that I've actually done it the past couple of days. So I'm really, really digging it. Okay. Blend that in a little bit more. That's good for me. I know that some of you will say that that's a little bit, that it's not blended enough, but for me, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's go and do the other side. So here's some more exciting news about my videos. We finally have a desktop computer in the living room. I downloaded Windows Movie Maker so that I can start doing some proper editing. I don't have to worry about doing everything on my phone anymore. Okay, I'm probably going to have to go back in and blend that other side the same as this one. And get it a little bit further in. Yeah, I'm going to get to do like actual editing on a computer. And I am kind of stoked about that too. The only thing that I've just realized as a problem is I have an SD card in my phone, which is what I record on. It's a mini SD. And I have an SD that the mini goes into, so a converter, so that I can put it in the computer. I don't know what I've done with my converter. So I'm either going to have to go get a cord to connect and sync my videos to the computer, or I'm going to have to go buy a new converter. I don't know. If you hear that beeping in the background, that is my dryer because I'm also doing laundry. So kind of a day in the life. This is kind of how it goes. Life goes on even when I am filming. I didn't even show you. I'm going with this light shade right here in my brow bone area, and also to kind of diffuse a little bit of that darkness. I am going to pause this for just a second. You're not going to know. It's going to be a split second and I will be right back, but I'm going to go turn this off. 1 second. 1 second. Let's do this cheesy thing. And I'm back. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? I guess it's a really good way to edit without having to edit. I don't really know. I need to leave this out because I need to do my bottom lash line. And you guys, we're on the home stretch. I don't know that I will do lip color on camera. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, I will. Okay. I'll at least show it to you. Well, I mean, you'll see the finished product. So let's just go with that. You'll see the finished product. Okay. What am I going to do with the top? I'm going to go in with this. This is from Ulta. This is their gel eyeliner in the shade Black. I really like this. I didn't think I was going to like it that much. And I actually did end up putting this in my declutter, and I pulled it back out because I was like, no, I'm not ready to let go of that just yet. Not just yet. This is, I think, the brush that came with the Maybelline gel eyeliner that I was totally digging for a long time. I don't know. I think that's where this came from. Might not want to do this part on camera, but I'm going to. Got my other little mirror right here so that I can get in close. Okay. Woo! That's a major fallout. Just brush that away. Just brush it off. Just brush it off. Okay. I guess I am finally feeling like myself again. In case you guys were not around for those videos, I did a live a few weeks ago. Okay, I did a live a few weeks ago. And in that video, I was talking about how my father-in-law was not doing well. He was in the hospital. The day I filmed that video, well, not the day that I filmed that video. The day after I filmed that video, he passed away. The day I filmed that video is the day they moved him to hospice. But he did pass away. And we have been so busy around the house that we haven't really stopped to really take that in and process it and let it go. It's just kind of been, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to process it and then move on with your life. And that is not the way my husband and his mother do things. It's the way I do things, but because I am in their process, I had to follow their process, and it's really thrown me off. And it has taken me this long. He passed away, gosh, October 11th, 12th, something like that. So it was a few weeks ago. And it has taken me this long to be okay, finally, like, and be back to myself. My husband actually goes back to work today. So, yeah. Wow, now that I've brought everybody down, let's be silly again, because that was the whole point. I'm finally back to being able to be my good old goofy, silly self, and feel good again. So, and I am starting back on my weight loss journey. I'm tweaking it a little bit. I'm not completely, like, the starches are still gone. The starches are still gone. No pasta, no bread, no pasta, no rice. That's staying out of my diet. I am like teetering right there on the line of like high cholesterol. So I feel like I need to have grains in my diet so that I can kind of keep that at bay, or at least eliminate it completely. And that's one of the things that they say when you have high cholesterol, you go on a high fiber diet. And what that means is a lot of grains. So granola, flax, which I hate flaxseed. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. In fact, that's one of the things that one of the things that my health coach with insurance, that's so dumb. Anyway, we have insurance through my husband's employer, and we have to do health coaching every year, and we have to set a goal for ourselves, and they call us back and make sure that we have met it. And one of the things that I told her was, I am kind of teetering on that edge of high cholesterol, but I don't know how to combat that while I'm on low carb, because that gets rid of all of my grains, or, reduces it greatly. And that's the one thing I've always known to do with high cholesterol is you go high fiber, and I don't know, fiber is not really a part of a low carb diet. I don't know, I'm sure it is, I just haven't figured out how to do it. And she said you can get like flaxseed powder, like it's very, very finely milled flaxseed. She said, oh, you just add it to like a protein shake or something. I'm like, I don't do shakes. I don't do smoothies. I don't do protein shakes. I don't do that kind of stuff. I chew my food. If you are a smoothie person or a juicing person, hey, more power to you. I can't do it. I need to be able to chew my food. I have to know that I'm eating. I don't know. It's a psychological thing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so it's like, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So yeah, it's going to call for some tweaking of my diet a little bit. So I'm still going to try to stay low carb as well as I can and stay away from the things that I know I need to stay away from. The whole lot of sugar, got to stay away from that. If I can stay away from the starches, okay, stay away from that. But still put my high fiber and my grains back in. And I did start back doing my walking, so there's that. Now let's go in and do this bottom lash line, pop on some mascara. I'm going to take this hair down, and we will be finito. Another little teepee brush. This is what I'm going to do my bottom lash line with. I probably need to put that mirror back over here. Well, I'll just use this one. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop on this, smoke out this bottom lash line, pop on some lashes. Not going to pop on some lashes. Pop on some mascara, maybe some lips, take this hair down, and I will be right back again. You want to do the cheesy thing? Let's do the cheesy thing. Finished product. There we go. Hair, did everything that I need to do to my hair. The mascara that I used is this NYX Provocateur. I love this stuff. I'm going to do a video as soon as I use the next tube that was in this trio. I'm going to give you guys a video on how I feel about all three of them. So far, this one is my favorite. I love it, love it, love it. I've talked about it before. But I got this on my top and my bottom lash. And on me lips is this Wet n Wild lipstick that I got from Dollar Tree. This was from their Fergie line. That does not exist anymore. I think they still make this. It just doesn't have Fergie's name on it. But this is the matte lip color. I have no idea what shade it is because the bottom of the tube came off. I don't know what shade this is. But I love it. So there you go. That's what I've got. Hope you enjoyed my Get Ready With Me. I have not done one of these in so long. I feel like they run really, really long. I think that's why I stopped doing them. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the bell next to it. Over here, over here. I don't know which side it is on, but it's on one of these sides. So hit the bell. That's going to give you notifications on when I post new videos. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.